32 things you didn't know about Eisendrache. You can hold two bows at the same time using self-medication. The trick works the same way as the staff duplication trick that Frecklestons explains in his Origins speedrunning tutorial. Did you know there was supposed to be a door here? Treyarch even forgot to remove the trigger to buy it, they just moved it up here. Most people should probably know this already, but you can start the rocket test by spawning in a power-up. This explains why the death machine Easter egg also works to start the rocket. It's just a power-up that does it. The fire bow is the only bow that can trap the special panzers in the boss fight. These enemies, for some reason, cannot be trapped by the lightning bow. You can set the clock for the Plunger Easter egg to 9:35 with ease using a timer. Just flip the switch back exactly 3 minutes and 20 seconds after flipping it for the first time. The Erns that let you electrify your arrow aren't exclusive to a bonfire. The speedrunners don't even use the lighting from the double tap urn. We light two of the bonfires with the Clocktower urn like this. Using gobblegums, you can skip the part of the boss fight where you need to kill panzers. You can do this with 2, 3 or 4 players, but not on solo. This trick is a bit complex, so if you want to see a video on the subject, then let me know in the comments. If you pull the lever for the Ragnarok part at the last second and ABH at the same time, you have enough time to put the fuses in the Tesla trap, flip the switch, enter the code, and get back to the panel and get the part. If you get a lucky ABH, you might even have time to shoot a Wisp or two. You can eliminate certain ABH locations by standing in specific areas. This knowledge is useful if you want to get the most out of your ABHs. For example, when you're standing outside these doors, both of these ABH locations are available. And we can all agree ABHing 2 feet backwards would be a waste of a gun. But if you just go right inside these doors, then both of these ABH locations deactivate. So the speedrunners deliberately shoot this bonfire from inside the bunker so that they can instantly use their ABH and they don't have to worry about ABHing backwards. When you're on the main part of the map and the rocket test is going on, you can still ABH inside the lockdown area. Luckily for us though, the ABH location outside the doors is disabled during the rocket test. During the Wisp step, if you go up the well, you can actually see whether or not the Wisp is at the clock if you know where to look. And if you run up the stairs behind you, you can see if the Wisp is at Clocktower through this window. You can wall run inside the well if the anti-grav is on. It's possible to shoot certain Wisps while doing the Simon Says step. You can shoot Clocktower, and the tire Wisp from this computer. Multiple people can have the same bow. If you down with the bow in your mule kick slot, have your teammate grab the bow you just had from the altar and use either self-med, near-death experience or Phoenix up to get your mule kick perk weapon back. There's a bug where sometimes when you ABH, there will just be a zombie out and about as if it's been roaming the map while you weren't looking. This obviously contradicts all game logic, and I don't think anyone knows why this happens. If you pull the lever in between the numbers 4 and 3 when the announcer is counting down the rocket test, you can run to the Wonder Sphere, run to Undercroft, do the entire wall run for the lightning bow, teleport back and make it to the panel and get the rag part. This requires perfect movement or some ray gun boosting. On certain parts of the map, the game can spawn zombies that will despawn on their way to you. This can happen here in these stairs because the game thinks of this as a part of Clocktower, but thinks these stairs are a part of Courtyard. Despawn takes only happen every 3 seconds, so zombies running up the stairs aren't guaranteed to despawn, but it's likely. The hellhound spawns are broken when the player is standing in the room above double tap. If all the doors leading to this area are closed, the dogs still have no other place to spawn than down here. If you ever need to take a break on co-op, this is perfect for that. When you go back in time for the second time during the main egg quest, you unlock this tablet from a locked box. A lot of people think they have to interact with this book to unlock that box, but you're actually putting the keycard you got earlier from the safe into this machine. Zombies cannot drop void symbols if there already is one on the map. Any zombie killed by the gate trap gets duplicated. There is no reason that explains this. It's not a glitch. Treyarch just made the trap do that. You can shoot the fire obelisk from Clocktower. Also, friendly piece of advice, if you're gonna attempt this, be ready to shoot exactly 40 seconds after the rocket test starts. If you want to see me do this, then check out my 2P speedruns. On the keeper step, the amount of kills required varies depending on what bow is required. For the lightning bow it's 20 kills, wolf is 18, void is 17, and fire is 16 kills. To build off that last one, did you know that you can do multiple keeper circles in the same round? How many souls you need to fill before the keeper moves without a round ending is based on what bow you're using and how many players are in your game. This sheet I made explains it best. Most people know that the rocket test cannot start before you've gone through the teleporter. But actually, if you just buy the teleporter and run out of it, you'll be able to start the rocket test 60 seconds after that. Speedrunners call this fake teleporting. One of the coolest properties of fake teleporting is that the 3 ABH locations located at the rocket test facility become available 2 to 3 seconds after you buy it. This lets you skip the whole teleporting animation and is the fastest way of getting here. This trick is actually really useful for both the Pack-a-Punch and Dead Again song speedrun.
50.
I got it!
Did you?
Yes! Yo!
Let's go!
Did you know that all of the 3 dragons have 3 separate zones that decide how fast the dragon eats the zombies? These graphics are not 100% accurate, but they're the most accurate representation you're gonna find. Here's a side-by-side comparison showing the difference between the 3 eating animations. Before the game decides where all the zombies of the round are going to spawn, they all spawn at the same place before being relocated very fast. This point where they all have to go through is known as the master spawner. And if you spray this with a death machine, you're able to progress the round really quickly. Also, the master spawner in the boss fight is right in the middle of the arena for some reason. There is a very rare glitch where the panzer can softlock your main egg progress by freezing the keeper ghost permanently. If the panzer runs through your keeper, there is a small chance of this happening. And if it does, you cannot complete the egg. The anti-gravity is on a cycle where it's active for 60 seconds and then it's off for 50 seconds. To start the Wisp step, most people finish the bow upgrade completely and then pick up the normal bow again to shoot the orbs. But actually, when you hear the noise that means you failed the altar, you can just go and shoot the teleporter before putting your bow in to be upgraded. You can do Wisps across multiple rounds without losing progress if you shoot a Wisp as a round is transitioning. We call this carrying the Wisp. Bear in mind, you cannot carry the 4th Wisp, you'll just lose your progress. So, did I find any holes in your DE knowledge, or did you know it all? Let me know in the comments. If you like this sort of content, please consider dropping a sub. Alright, peace.